Dara M. Gar. What's good,
Hello,
kiddo?
hi. I'm having a phenomenal evening. I have a can of salty. So all is right in the world. And dude, this is like the first time I've seen Quidd play offline in like a
It's
minute.
been a minute, but Quidd's
Yeah.
got quite the reputation behind him from solid online results. But he's facing an equally reputable player from online. Let's see how they handle with the set right between them.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Pokemon Trainer King DeDeDe. Honestly, this is kind of a matchup with DeDeDe. If he gets hit once, Ivy Squirtle, they kind of put him into the blender. He just takes a lot of damage until he doesn't, and then he kind of edge guards you to death. So it's really going to be up to Riley to play keep away. Because as soon as Noku gets a big hit, he can capitalize so hard. That's funny.
No, yeah, we're so used to how Noku is always holding it down here for Westchester. We're Quidd joining the fray now. See how well we can do against some of Long Island's finest. From out deep, forced to use Flare Blitz in return. Being kept at the ledge is going to be such a problem for Quidd, I feel.
For sure, yeah. He's already taken 100% from the ledge alone. It's a little bit difficult for him to be able to get back on, but Riley also going to be struggling a little bit. Noku positioned himself to be able to punish that air dodge, but didn't really follow up on it quite yet. Try to jump through, is not going to be able to find that one either.
Although I do like Quidd's approach to trying to lock down Riley at the ledge. Not super hard commitments, just keep the little taps here and there, keep that damage safe, because you know you can't really get too frisky with DeDeDe. You need that damage up because he's a big body.
Oh, for sure. Going to be back through for a bit of stage control right now. This is definitely Riley's stock to take, but I love the high recovery. DeDeDe just does not have the ability to get from A to B fast enough. Up tilt from behind is going to be able to take it out.
All right, so at this point, cleaning up the stock on DeDeDe is not the hardest thing in the world, and Quidd showcases that right away with Ivy forward smash. From there, we just get the typical return to neutral, and just like you brought up, Dara, we got the big
49.
strings from Squirtle right off the bat. Water Gun trying to extend it even further, but down tilt don't hit like that.
I love the back heel from Riley, and just like that, he is able to make his way back onto the stage.
You want to know something? I feel like we don't talk a lot about Squirtle in comparison to the other two Pokemon that Trainer has to offer. Like, Charizard's always the big talk of the town because one of the most dangerous heavies in the game. Plenty of ability to kill super early. Ivysaur himself has ridiculous buttons. But Squirtle's combo game and ability to push to the ledge is so integral to the overall game plan that Trainer wants to force. And I think Quidd's doing a really good job of showcasing that with this game one alone.
Right now, both of them are just going to be looking to find that opening. Once again, I feel like Quidd is going for a lot of jump leads in a space that I really feel like Riley is just not occupying. And as a result, sort of misses a lot of opportunities to continue his pressure. But that now is going to be able to let him get back right onto the stage. And the question is, how is he going to be able to close out that stock? Still no answer from drop down, double jump, Gordo from ledge.
Riley's just running a really basic game plan here, and it's working out. Slow and steady win in the race as far as the damage and the kills go. And I don't blame Quidd for trying to cover space that's to be expected of DeDeDe. Like, DeDeDe has a very specific reputation of how to use his tools. But Riley, knowing that, keeping a very strong grounded game, I think is really throwing off Quidd and working really well for him.
Yeah, he's playing so safely. He's making it so difficult for Quidd to be able to find that opening. I love the use of back air. They would have been able to cover the fast fall through the platform.
You see how fast Razor Leaf goes after getting reflected?
Oh, yeah.
That's gross.
Well, Riley just has like such a good understanding of the positions that Quidd wants to be going for Razor Leaf, and has been able to call out a couple of times. Yeah, no, Ivy down throw.
I don't think I've ever seen a kill. I do not think I've ever seen a kill, but at 201, I guess anything's possible.
We're going to be getting that now. Going to be setting up into a juggle, and just like that, Quidd once again fights his way back down. Look at the string. Oh my god.
Only stopped narrowly by solid DI from Riley, and sending out deep. No commitment to going out with there, but hey, landing Jet Hammer for even more damage.
That double jump was so smart, able to get past the Gordo, but again, this is where DeDeDe excels. And honestly, that choice to inhale Razor Leaf, Riley did waste a little bit of time. He was not able to set up his other ledge traps, and just like that, Quidd tries to go for the up B, is not going to be able to find it.
Yeah, another really shallow recovery from Riley. Really gutsy in that situation because back air or even just switching to Charizard and any of Charizard's buttons would have covered, and that would have been disastrous. Speaking of, here we got Charizard going right into Gordo. Riley en route to clean up this game one. Look at that. The way that they're trying to just box out on shield with each other, they don't want to commit to their out of shield options too heavily. because they know if they whiff it, it's a disaster.
Yeah, no, either of them would be able to get that out of shield punish, maybe even out of a parry to be able to find that kill. So Riley's playing so safely right now. That time, actually, instead of going for another dash shield, tries to mix it up with a grab. There's a lot happening.
There you go. That was too hard of a
DeDeDe.
commitment, but just...
That's DeDeDe, baby. He's a heavyweight fast faller. He's not dying quite yet. Also, that is the funniest angle.
That was a gross angle, and that's the other one. There's that out of shield option. All right.
Wow. Guido's interactions with surfaces is really funny sometimes. You throw that against a wall, you throw that against like an edge, a corner, and it picks.
Yeah, people don't realize that Pokemon Stadium 2's ledge actually has a bit of a lip to it, and because of that, certain projectiles do interact very strangely. And I think that there was a really good example of such.
Did it have too much relevance to the match after all?
No, but it looked weird, and it definitely,
it was
something
funny
to be worried about.
It was funny, for sure. So yeah, going into the next game, I just feel like Riley, I love the way that he was mixing up a lot of his options after dash. We saw a lot of dash shield. As soon as he conditioned Quidd to think that, he started mixing it up with a lot of dash grabs. And as a result, he was getting away with it quite a bit. So I'd like to see Quidd just sort of like pick a lot of his approaches a little bit better. And just like that, found that whiff punish on Guido, 30% and climbing.
Now, Game 2 is bringing us to a separate setting. We've got Battlefield for the pick. How do you think this is going to affect Quidd moving forward?
I feel like both like Squirtle and Ivysaur are very capable of a lot of platform extensions, especially on a stage like Battlefield. Also, Ivysaur is just able to position himself so well to be able to find a lot of really, really good juggles. So it's going to be so difficult for Riley to be able to land. Also, with the way that the platforms are positioned, DeDeDe sometimes gets like a little bit claustrophobic on this kind of a stage.
Okay. Understandable assessment, especially you're seeing in action, DeDeDe doesn't really have a lot of space to throw out Gordo. Because of how it's going to interact with the plats, Riley has to be super specific with the space that he's covering, and this Squirtle is putting in the work. All right, where's the down air?
Yeah, but Riley just stalled just a little bit longer, made it so difficult for Quidd to be able to find that down air. And once again, going to be setting up a ledge trap with Gordo. Beautiful plank from Quidd. Be going to give him the coverage he needs to be able to get back on.
I don't think I've ever heard the in-game crowd chant DeDeDe's name before, and now I'm terrified and hope they don't. He whiffed his grab.
No.
He was so deep inside DeDeDe and whiffed the grab.
Nobody punishes neutral, get up on reaction. That's like one frame of vulnerability, right? Before you can pick another option. It's unbelievable. No punish on the get up attack on shield, and just like that, F-tilt is going to be able to clean it up.
This game, I feel like both players are getting a little messy with how they're trying to cover the ledge. They're caring a bit more about these neutral interactions.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Both of them are playing like really passively, super reserved right now. From Riley, I have to say, I see a nail up in the foreseeable future. I can feel it in my bones that it's coming.
One thing I do want to highlight regarding Quidd's Charizard is that I feel like it's much more reserved than other Charizards we see. Whenever we get a chance to see Pokemon Trainer, typically behind the hands of Nokia, Charizard is a renegade, just running in, able to throw out moves with reckless abandon. And right there, an excellent charge forward with the forward air. But one thing that I also like about Quidd's Charizard specifically is his use of forward tilt just for some safe spacing. And I think it's worked really well against DeDeDe because even in this much of a tense situation with this high of percentage...
Oh, that was so scary.
Riley's just not finding the hits that matter.
Yeah, no, at this point he just really needs anything to be able to take out the stock. He needs a back air, an up air, you know, a forward air, just really anything. Oh, no.
How about that?
Oh, no.
How about we just read your role with Flare Blades?
We press the A button when we miss attack against Charizard in this day and age?
Unlucky.
Oh, man.
Well, that's one way to clap back against your opponent. That was a
Listen,
hell of a way to bring us the game through.
If you tech rolled in, like, in that position, it doesn't matter what option you chose. It's all about the timing of it and recognizing the situation. Sometimes, even if all of your options are covered, you can just react to things and wait a little bit longer. But, man, when you get put in an unexpected tech chase like that against Charizard, and your body's like, I want to press, a button right now. He's near me. I could try to attack this. That's kind of what they're looking for. So as soon as they are able to find that timing from you, no option is sacred.
Well, let's see how Riley's able to respond in turn as we go to Game 3. I feel like Quidd just held the momentum so well in that game, too. A really strong start, just followed up with excellent play. And Charizard brought it on home.
Yeah, so next game they're going to be going to Talent City. I feel like the inverted platforms are really a lot better for Guido because they don't tend to get stuck on those side platforms as much, which makes it so much harder for him to be able to zone on a stage like a Battlefield. So Riley just has to be taking all those hits. He's trying to DI and SDI out, presumably just to, you know, he'll take as many hits, but then just gets out as soon as he can.
Yeah, no, regardless of DeDeDe being a big target, he's still recognizing when he's going to get out of there. And that was a really good Pokemon swap. He very well could have died in that situation, but...
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Landing on the
like
plot got him Vine Whipped! Oh, no!
Good on Quidd for being able to recognize that situation. Going to be the first one to be able to take that stock. Down through into forward, catching the DI in. Oh, man.
No jump. Yeah, he's forced to return with Vine Whip, but there's no proper coverage for it. Ooh.
Not often that you see DeDeDe down and connect, and even less often that you actually see it on stage. Just like that up tilt, one of DeDeDe's most reliable ways to be able to get a stock is going to be able to do it. I love the extension with later dash attack. Waits it, but Quidd doesn't want to overextend.
I respect it, but I actually feel like he could have gotten away with it. And I think that's in part because of how reserved he's been playing with this Charizard as of late. While the Flare Blitz in the last game was definitely a bold option, his option of being more patient with Charizard, I feel like gives him more power to going for those heavy options.
We're going to be once again called out for a lot of these Guidos off stage. I feel like every single time that Riley is recovering from high, we are consistently seeing a Guido from the edge of the stage. Granted, it can be safe, but when you're up against somebody with big hitboxes, or maybe somebody that's fast enough, they can get under it and punish it, and I feel like Riley's just been getting hit by that quite a bit.
And now a full stock behind Quidd, relatively healthy over here.
And all of these jump command grabs are so good. They're catching jumps, they're catching spot dodges, they're catching shields. That's just like a big sign to Quidd that he needs to be a little bit more mobile, and if he keeps planting his feet under Riley, he's just going to keep on getting inhaled.
Oh
my.
That weird hit of Gordo almost spelling disaster for Quidd, but still staying alive. It's just a very messy sense of neutral between the both players right now.
Going to be calling out that jump. Riley still looking for a way to be able to close out the stock. Quidd is just keeping himself really, really safe.
His movement staying very fluid right now with Ivysaur. And the fact that he's not really committing to too much, I think is actually perfect for this high tension situation.
Wow, what a catch. And just like that, Quidd is going to be able to take it over Riley. I feel like a lot of the last two games, what they really boiled down to, he couldn't take a stock. Couldn't close him out. Couldn't close out that Charizard on the second game. And really couldn't close out Ivysaur right here.
There's just, I feel, too much momentum behind Quidd's play, and he was super confident with once he was covering ledge with Squirtle and actually getting his game plan going, he was able to rack up the damage seamlessly, put in a lot of work with Ivysaur as well, and past that, Charizard not acting as the heavy hitter, but rather just anchoring down, I think was a very interesting approach to the character, but very smart, and especially for this situation.